What is up, everyone? I am so happy to be back. It's been 2 to 3 years since I've posted. A lot's happened since then. I became a dad. I started a new career. But today, I'm going to be doing my NBA predictions. Thank you guys for your continued support. With that being said, let's get into it. Starting off in the Eastern Conference play-in, we got the Orlando Magic versus the 76ers for the 7 and 8 game. I'm going to take the Orlando Magic in this game. I just feel like they have a little bit more depth on their team. And then for the 9 and 10, I got the Hornets taking down the Heat. The Hornets are just on fire right now. I really wanted to take the Heat just because they're experienced in the play-in. But the way the Hornets are playing right now, it's hard to not see that happening. So then in the game for the playoffs, we got the 76ers and the Hornets. I do believe that the 76ers will win this game. I do believe that Maxey and George will have a decent game, and then the reason the Hornets lose this one is just because of their lack of playoff experience. In the first round, we got the 8 seed 76ers against the 1 seed Detroit Pistons. I do believe that the 76ers do take a couple games just due to the lack of the Pistons playoff experience. I mean, they got a little bit of playoff experience, but with Cade just now coming back, I do feel like Philly does take game one just to give Pistons a scare and they'll take one at home. But all in all, Detroit's just a better team overall, so I got Detroit winning in 6. And I do believe Jalen Duran's going to be playing a big role in this game against Joel Embiid. So it can be the Pistons in 6. Moving on, we got the number 2 Boston Celtics against the number 7 Orlando Magic. I do believe with Tatum coming back, Boston is probably one of the best teams in the NBA, if not the best. I do think Orlando will take one at home, but all in all, Celtics have too much talent on that team to be able for the Magic to compete with. But I do believe the Magic do take one game, but I'm going to go with Boston in 5. And since Tim's just now coming back, I'm going to give Jaylen Brown the series MVP. Moving on to my favorite series, we got the 3 seed Knicks against the 6 seed Hawks. Honestly, in my opinion, this one is the most 50-50 series besides the Cavs and Toronto. The Hawks have just been playing like one of the top 10 teams in the NBA, but the Knicks are already a top 10. I do feel like they're going to go back and forth, but Game 7 being at Madison Square Garden, them coming off winning Game 6, I do believe that the Knicks will take Game 7. I do believe that Brunson's probably going to win the series MVP, but I wouldn't be shocked if Cat somehow comes out with it. But the Hawks, I would not be surprised if they end up taking this series. But I got to go with the Knicks. Next up, we got the 5 seed Raptors against the 4 seed Cavaliers. Cavs fans, look away. I know a lot of my fans, followers, subscribers are Cavs fans, but I do believe Toronto does win this game in 7 series. James Harden in the playoffs, it's just hard to predict what he's going to do. And all in all, I do feel like the Raptors have the best team chemistry in the playoffs, them and the Hawks, but I got to pick an upset in the first round, and my gut feeling is telling me that the Raptors are going to beat the Cavs in the first round. Scotty Barnes, Emmanuel Quickley, Jakob Poeltl, I do feel like they're all going to have a good series, but all in all, I do feel like Emmanuel Quickley will lead the Toronto Raptors in Game 7 over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kicking off the Eastern Conference Finals in round 2, we got a rematch of last year. We got the New York Knicks versus the Boston Celtics. I do believe that this will be a bounce back series for the Celtics. I got them winning in 7. I won't be surprised if the Knicks end up winning this game. I mean, honestly, in my opinion, this is a 50-50 series. But I feel like the Knicks will be kind of fatigued from the first round, while the Celtics got a pretty nice break. Tatum's out for revenge in this series, so I'm going to go with the Boston Celtics in 7, with Jason Tatum winning the series MVP. Kicking off the other series in round 2, we've got the number 5 seed Toronto Raptors against the number 1 seed Pistons. I do believe the Pistons start out pretty strong, going up 2-0 against them. And all in all, that series lead is going to be too big for the Raptors to overcome. I mean, this series is going to be a good one in my opinion. It's 2 young teams going at it. But I do feel like Detroit has the coaching, and I do feel like they just have the better player overall with Cade Cunningham. So I do believe the Celtics, but the Pistons are going to win in 6 games and advance to play the Celtics. In the Eastern Conference Finals, I do have the Celtics taking down the Detroit Pistons in 7 games. This is going to be a very fun series in my opinion, but I do believe Boston just has more star power on their team. Both of them are looking back for vengeance. I know the Celtics getting Tatum back is just absolutely phenomenal for them. But in this series, I do feel like Boston in Game 7. will go into Detroit and win that game just because of their star power and their experience in the conference finals. Winning series MVP and your Eastern Conference Finals MVP, I do have Jason Tatum. I do believe the Pistons have a really good shot at winning it all this year, but the star power in Boston is just going to be too much for them, in my opinion. So I got the Boston Celtics advancing to the finals. And now we're moving into the Western play-in. The 8 seed Blazers versus the 7 seed Suns. I do have the Suns winning this one. I just feel like the Suns have a little bit too much star power with D-Book, and D-Book's going to have a good game to take down the Portland Trail Blazers. And then 9 and 10, we got Golden State and Clippers. I'm going with the Clippers. Golden State just said that they're arresting Curry, and he's on a minutes restriction. And Golden State's nothing without Stephen Curry. And the playing game to decide the 8 seed, we got the Clippers and the Blazers. My gut's really telling me to pick the Clippers, but at the same time, the Blazers' team chemistry is just crazy right now. Ajiva is very solid. So I do believe the Portland Trail Blazers are going to end up beating the Clippers in an elimination game. Just because Kawhi's going to have a great game, but I don't think he's going to have as much help as the Blazers have. Unfortunately for the Blazers, they're going to be facing the OKC Thunder. I don't really see this being a close series. OKC is going to be out for revenge. Because just wait for my award predictions. I do not have Shea winning the MVP. So, I mean, the Thunder is going to be too OP for the Blazers to stop. But congratulations to the Blazers on a good season. And then we got the 2 seed Suns against the 7 seed Spurs. This is another game, not another game, but another series that I don't really see being too close. I do believe the Phoenix will take one game just because of D-Book. I don't see them getting swept. But all in all, the Spurs are just an overall better team. I don't see anybody on the Suns that's going to be able to stop Wemby. And, I mean, their guard duo is just insane. So I'm going to go with the Spurs in 5 with De'Aaron Fox winning the series MVP. Next up, we got the best series, in my opinion, for the Western Conference first round. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves against the Denver Nuggets. I do believe this series is going to be different than last year. I do believe Denver is going to start out strong. Minnesota is going to come back. All in all, it's going to go into Game 7. Game 7 Edwards versus Game 7 Jokic. This season, Jokic is just on a different level right now. So I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets in 7 games. I don't see Minnesota winning that 7th game in Denver. All in all, Minnesota got really unlucky getting that 6 seed because it could have been the 5 seed and play the Lakers. But at the same time, I do believe that Jokic is going to be too unstoppable in the Game 7. Jamal Murray is going to have a good game, so I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets in 7 games. Next up, we got the 5 seed Rockets against the 4 seed Lakers. I mean, this one's just a tough one in my opinion because you really don't know what's going on with the injuries with Reeves and Luka. I do believe if Reeves and Luka are playing that the Lakers are probably win this series in 6 games. But due to them being hurt and them coming back and still probably being a little bit hurt, I'm going to go with Kevin Durant finally getting that serious win over LeBron James. I'm going to go with the Rockets in 6 games. But Sengun being the MVP because I don't feel like Ayton's going to be able to stop him. So give me the Rockets in 6. Starting the second round off, we got the 3 seed Denver Nuggets against the 2 seed Spurs. And this series, I mean, I do feel like the Denver Nuggets are going to take this series just because they're experienced in the playoffs. When they do play against each other, Jokic and Wemby both put up insane stats. But just because they're experienced, I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets in this one. I wouldn't be surprised that the Spurs end up coming out on top. But like I said before, Jokic is just on a crazy tear right now. So I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets winning and Jokic getting the series MVP. Last game in the Western Conference, we got the Houston Rockets against the OKC Thunder. I'm going to be honest, my preseason prediction, I had the Houston Rockets winning against the Thunder in the playoffs. But, I mean, I just don't really trust the Houston Rockets to be able to do it. I've been watching them closely. But I feel like OKC is just going to have too much star power. They're going to have Shea. Shea's going to outplay Durant. So I'm going to go with the Thunder winning in 5 games, with Shea winning the series MVP. With that being said, we got the Western Conference Finals. We got the 3 seed Denver Nuggets against the 1 seed Oklahoma City Thunder. And I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets in 7 games. I mean, this is just going to be a battle of the MVPs. It's going to be Shea versus Jokic. But I do believe that Jamal Murray is going to be pitching in a little bit more than a player like Chet Holmgren is going to be chipping in. And in Game 7 in OKC, I do believe that Jokic is going to prove to the world that he is the MVP. And the Nuggets are going to take this series in 7 games. So we're going to have the Denver Nuggets against the Boston Celtics in the NBA Finals. And then in the NBA Finals, I do believe Jokic is going to go back and he's going to win the NBA Finals MVP. I do believe Boston has a great chance of winning this game, but I don't believe they have somebody who's going to be able to stop Jokic. I really don't believe Kate is going to be able to, and a couple of their wins are just because of the role player like Sam Hauser being able to get threes. I do believe that Denver is just going to be pretty much unstoppable. This is going to be probably one of the greatest runs since the 2011 Dirk Nowitzki run. But I'm going to go with the Denver Nuggets to win the NBA Finals this year. And last but not least, you can't forget the awards. So the NBA MVP, I do have Jokic winning it. You're not ever going to see a center like this again. Jokic has been snubbed multiple times. It's time he gets his NBA MVP back. Rookie of the Year flag. I know he is on a worse team, but I mean, he still has better stats in about every single category. 6 man, I got Jaquez Jones. Most improved player, I got Ryan Rollins from the Bucks, because I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know who this dude was until we started bowling this year. And the defensive players, Wemby, that's pretty self-explanatory. Coach of the Year, I got Joe Mazzulla. I mean, he was out without Tatum, and the Boston Celtics are still cooking. And then my clutch player of the year is Shea. I do appreciate you guys staying and watching the video. I know you guys may disagree with me, so if you disagree, just go comment down below who you have winning and who you think should be winning those awards. Tomorrow night, I will be going live on TikTok, TPS Sports 1, talking about it and doing my picks with some buddies of mine, so if you guys want to tune into that. But guys, it is great to be back. I've missed it. I've missed you guys. I love you guys. And until the next time, we'll see you later.